Hello and welcome to this very special presentation. I'm Osama Shab. Just days before his inauguration, President-elect Donald Trump, he had what he described as a very good phone call with China's President Xi Jinping. The two leaders, they covered critical issues like trade, fentanyl and TikTok. Trump expressed confidence, stating that he expects to tackle and resolve many challenges together, starting immediately. The talks also come after the Chinese Foreign Ministry said that Xi Jinping would skip Trump's inauguration on Monday. Instead, the Vice President, he will attend the ceremony and she's a special representative. We have with us Ray Locker in order to discuss this and try and understand the significance of this phone call. Ray Locker, thank you very much for speaking with NDTV. In fact, what I want to understand is the significance of this phone call between Trump and Xi Jinping, especially with so many critical issues on table like trade and TikTok.
Well, we only have Trump's word on what happened in that phone call. If you remember, when Trump was president, he stopped providing what are called readouts of calls with foreign leaders. So you basically only have to go on his word or the word of the other leader if that country puts out a readout. And so I just want to caution people that, Donald Trump says a lot of things, they don't necessarily have to be true. But if he did talk to Xi Jinping and they did have conversation, I think that's productive if they touched on things that, the two countries can deal with in the future. Starting on Monday, Trump will be president, so it's relevant that they talked.
Right. With Xi Jinping choosing to skip the inauguration and instead send the vice president there, what does that signal about the state of the relationship that US and China share at the moment, and especially going forward now?
Well, most countries send some kind of representative to the inauguration. It was never realistic that Xi Jinping would be here himself. I mean, it's a security question. You don't just show up for something like that if you're the leader of one of the world's biggest countries just for a formality. So it's good that the Chinese representative is there. I think, it's good that the two sides are talking. It's always good to be talking. But beyond that, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Mr. Locker, how do you foresee the future of US-China relationship under Donald Trump? Because there have been a lot of question marks on his foreign policy and how he gets along with other big economies, especially like China. How do you see that under Trump now?
Well, the big question is if Trump is going to impose tariffs on Chinese goods. I think a lot of people are hoping he does not, because that'll be inflationary. I'm sure the Chinese don't want that to happen. So a lot remains to be seen. Trump has said, I'm going to tie tariffs to progress on fentanyl. If Xi says we're going to do something about fentanyl imports or exports, then Trump could say, well, he's going to do something we talked, so there won't be any tariffs. But a lot of it's up in the air, and Donald Trump is a very mercurial person, so what is policy one day may not be policy the next.
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads as part of the all-new Beehive ad network.
Absolutely. In fact, Mr. Ray Locker, stay with us, because another big story that we are tracking is the TikTok